What's up? What's up? Another day leveled up. It's your boy Salem, back with another one for you. Today, we're going to be talking about analysis paralysis. Analysis paralysis. I'm sure a lot of people get stuck in this type of situation with themselves, which is only with themselves. I'm sure there's a lot of people who take forever to decide to do something, weighing all the pros and cons, even allowing the pros to get them in a state of paralysis and them not making a decision at all. And I just want to kind of explain how to get over that, because I feel, myself included, I still come up on those times on things I'm already in the motion of doing, that I have to remind myself that I'm just overthinking things. There's a lot of things that you want to do, myself included, and you may not feel qualified before moving in that direction, because you think you have to have this degree, you have to have this type of following, you have to know so-and-so to even do whatever it is you want to do, and that's overthinking things. There's always a way that you could go about achieving those things by, for one, not super analyzing things. It's good to weigh out the pros and cons, but once you've done it, there's no need to sit and dwell and wonder what if. There's a point where you just have to start moving and take an action. If there's a girl that you want to talk to, but you don't feel qualified, you feel she's out of your league, weighing the pros and cons of you talking to her and not talking to her sometimes works out, but sometimes it's best just to go say hi. You're allowing the analysis to paralyze you of you not feeling worthy enough, if she even finds you attractive, what's the worst case scenario if she doesn't. And until you do, you're not going to get that experience. Until you have 5 years of playing the guitar, until you have experience of being rejected, until you have X amount of YouTube subscribers, you don't. Until you do, you don't. So start now. There's no reason to sit here and try to figure out why you shouldn't. You're going to convince yourself why spend time finding out the best answer to why you shouldn't. You should just spend time figuring out the answers of why you should and what do you have to lose. Until you do, you don't. My dreams of doing YouTube, I remember I took many years to even feel worthy of even making my first video, which was I made almost out of just fun. You go back and see, it was a video of women attraction, and I knew that title would bring some people in, so I just had fun with it. I said, fuck it. And then I just continued to make videos after that. And I could have allowed myself to, even with that video was even what the topic says it is. I could have allowed myself to be like, oh, I don't want to deceive people or get backlash on the title of this video. But it being my first video, I titled it Semen Retention, Woman Attraction, knowing that it would bring in just new people to my channel who are not aware of me. And I could have sat there and analyzed and paralyzed myself in the fear of someone being mad that it wasn't the video that they wanted or were looking for. But it's a 3-4 minute video. So what? I felt like I needed to make a video to start gaining some traction right away. And I feel like it worked out, but like I said, I could have sat there and thought of all the bad things that could happen, which are not bad. It could be a bad comment, and allowed me not to even just start on this YouTube journey, because this means so much more to me to help people and allow people to become their best versions than a bad comment. My dreams to build this platform to help people wake up to their true nature, help men become better men, interview people I admire, make this my lifestyle. I could have easily chucked it up as a pipe dream. I mean, like, well, I can't do that though, because I don't have the qualifications, the people, the subscribers to do that. But until I do, I don't. So I had to come to that conclusion that day. Until I do, I don't. To start moving in that direction. I could have allowed the fear of failing, the fear of looking different in someone else's eyes, scare me from the action, the small step to moving in that direction. Instead of figuring out how it's going to go bad and how you can't, figure out the steps you need in order to make it happen and start doing it day by day. Will Smith, I look up to that guy. A quote he says, always I keep in my head so I don't ever allow myself to get in this analysis paralysis type state. And he says, say you want to build the greatest wall. You don't go about figuring out how to build the greatest wall. Instead, you lay each brick as perfectly as a brick could be laid, and soon you have the wall. You can't allow the big dreams and what could happen, what could not happen, scare you from just making the step, taking the first step. When I make these videos, I make them as great as I can, and I move on. I don't worry about if this is the best video ever made. Was this said? What was not said? Go back, redo it because I didn't say this. It's like, I laid it as perfectly as I could lay it. Why would I spend all day laying that same brick, putting all the cement on it just to make the best wall ever? Just lay the bricks. I'm sure you've seen buildings that have misshapen and misplaced bricks, but the building was made. It wasn't that person's desire to have the best architecture. If it was, they probably would have took more time to do it, but they just needed a building. They needed a platform. So focus on laying each brick as perfectly as a brick could be laid. Soon you will have a wall. Soon you will have your dreams and desires. Step by step. Don't overthink it. Don't be paralyzed by analyzing. And with that, we'll wrap it up. I don't feel like this video needed to be that long, just had to get to the point. I feel like I could get in there real quick, But if any of this resonated with you guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop more content. And just know, a belief may be comforting, but only through true experience can it be liberating. Grant yourself permission to level up. And until next time, it's your boy Salem. I'm out.